You're listening to the Wicked Theory Podcast.
We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
And here we go.
Broadcasting to you live from the very last planet all the way at the back of the oasis. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. Yeah! Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Wicked Theory Podcast, episode 151 or 2? 1. We'll go 151. My name is Bill Sweeney, and I've collected a small group of hooligans and ruffians and charlatans and friends. Yeah, we'll go with that. Uncle Jay.
Zombie wolf behind your eye.
Oh, let me turn on your mic. Let me turn on your mic.
I'm not singing no more. Fuck
You're
you.
not doing that again?
Fuck you. John Goodman. Give it to John Goodman.
Give the Johnny Goods. Johnny Goods, what do you got there, buddy?
Why would I kidnap a llama?
Is that the whole quote?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, there we go, Brother Bob.
Hello, I just want to answer that. Breakfast. Although John Goodman is actually quite thin these days.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Want to bring that down there, Chief?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah. You didn't notice the difference there a little bit?
I forgot to turn it down.
So, yeah, you got to knock that down lower.
I'm just goofing around. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
know. Fair enough. Yeah, so it's episode 151?
151.
151.
Last week was 150.
That's right. I don't do math. I'm not here for the math kids.
Nothing happened.
And nothing happened.
I wasn't here.
You wasn't here.
I was sick.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, man. What the
Yeah, it
fuck?
is.
Are we on? Everybody can hear us?
Yep.
All right.
Are these things on? Are these things on?
Couple 2 or 3 things. All right. Hey, all right, so we're back. All right, I just thought I was having a technical thing here or something. I guess not. If you say you sound good.
I can barely hear myself.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling. I feel like Jay was down low. A little better now, Jay?
Check the gain.
Jay?
Same.
Okay. I don't know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. If people, Jay does seem a little low, they're saying. Strange. How about now, Jay?
Do it again.
No, but you just keep talking. I already
Check.
put it up.
2, 3. Jesus.
There you are.
There we are.
There we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
There we are. Yeah, but now you're eating it too. Oh. Did you hear that, folks? That was Jay.
That was not me.
That was you.
That was you.
That was you.
Mr. Cherry.
That was you.
It was your shoes.
So
How the
this.
fuck are you, man? It's
I'm
been a
all right.
while.
How you been?
Yeah, things are things.
It's been so long since I
Can't hear
seen you.
myself anymore.
That's it. You're out again. You feel like you're out again? There you are. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to eat that microphone. Maybe that's the problem. Oh, I know.
The color coding's all off.
Well, yeah, well, I switched all the color coding for the other board, so I know that's why you stayed at the microphone. Like I didn't know what I was fucking doing.
Like,
You didn't
yeah.
know what I was doing. Is
Yeah.
the thing. All right.
See, you're supposed to answer.
Oh, so you brought a little bird to the show.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cute little bird. All right, we're gonna do some news.
Hey, man, peace out.
Oh yeah. What I don't know, whatever. Deuce, whatever that is. News, reviews, chat room game or two. Later tonight. Just a little while.
Just a little while.
Just a little while. Hold your horses, kids. If if you're listening live. Pop culture super fight death match. It's actually happening. Two. War of the Action Heroes.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got Ajita already.
Jay's already regretting this, which means it's going to be great fun. But yeah, so that's coming up a little bit.
Fuck out of
Could be all kind of goofy head-to-heads, all that kind of nonsensory. James Bond versus somebody else.
You got John McClane in
You
there.
got John McClane. You got Rambo.
I actually haven't seen the bracket.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a document that I emailed to you
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know if I got that, but I'll check.
now at the bottom of our doc, there should be a link that'll bring you right over to the second doc.
Okay.
Isn't the James Bond versus James Bond and James Bond versus James Bond and James Bond?
No, that's a different thing, I guess. Maybe that's Pop Culture Super Fight Deathmatch 3, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Where it's just James Bonds. It's 16 different James
'cause
Bonds.
How many James Bonds have there been? There's been like 5 or 6. Right?
Yeah. This is just James Bond.
Oh, okay.
You know, but we'll get all into that later.
Oh, but there's no teams on this? Oh, yeah, right.
We'll get
Well,
into this
I
later.
mean, you have the canon actors, and then you also have like the TV special from the 50s.
Let's not get into that now.
TV, I don't think TV
But you're right,
counts.
though. But you're right,
Yeah.
though. Yeah, you know, we're going strictly movie action heroes with this. And,
Oh no, I'm talking about James Bond.
I know. I'm just trying to get it back on
He's
track.
stopping you in your tracks before you go on.
Jay, you can't wait for it. That's what matters
No,
most.
I can wait. Believe me,
I can wait.
I can wait.
That's funny. All right, so moving right along. That's coming up next. All right, after we get done with the main show, and if you're listening to this after not live, look for it in the feed. It's there. You'll enjoy it. Trust me. And I haven't even done it yet.
Yeah.
But we did it last year, and we had fun at last year's. Okay.
If you call it that, yeah.
Yeah, we had fun. We had fun, but some people ended up a little. Things got a little emotional at the end.
I think there was tears. I think I might have cried.
I wasn't here.
Didn't
so-
like Darth Vader beat?
You weren't here.
I wasn't here for it.
Who beat? Well, somebody beat a GI Joe, right?
Oh
And so-
yeah, no,
Well,
no,
yeah.
it was Papa Smurf.
Oh, because you could do all the
Yeah,
Papa-
it was a
Papa
Duke.
Smurf.
Was it which?
Yeah,
which
Duke.
Yeah,
from
Duke
G.I.
versus Duke from GI Joe versus 50 Papa Smurfs.
Yeah.
Because we used the Super Fight cards,
Yeah,
which are the randomizer variables.
And someone got very upset. I remember they were mentioning it a while in the emails, right?
Yeah. James, I think. James.
that's right,
James
James.
from Alabama.
Right.
James B. Ham, who's now not from Alabama.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't here for it. I heard a little bit.
All right, so maybe Dom was here, because I know there was 4 of us.
I heard a little bit of it,
Okay.
and after 10 minutes, I shut it off because I was getting angry.
I think this is in the
Oh.
this was in the pre Uncle Jay era.
No, it was not.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
on,
No, no,
I
he
was,
He had been on
on.
already.
I was on. I just wasn't.
You weren't a regular
I
yet.
wasn't a regular
Right.
yet.
Is the smoke getting to your eyes?
No,
Okay.
Smoke
Just having
I'm
a
fine.
juicy eye moment?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm completely fine.
Oh, yo, you one of those people who's allergic to smoke? Are you going to tell me that fucking line? It's like, no shit.
Not
We're
at
all
all.
allergic to
Not at all, ma'am. Not at all.
All right.
The fuck? You don't like my
I
shit?
don't know, but if the two of you are going to do it, then do it together. At
We
least-
did. We were doing it together.
I don't know. It seemed like 2 different radio stations to me.
All right.
All right, we're not calling it out.
All right.
All right.
What's-
A little lower on that.
A little lower? Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were calling me for the news.
No, not just yet, because we're
I
not
can't
done
go
with
much
this.
lower before it's off, Bill.
Well, then it's off then.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just saying, if it can't go much lower than that, you know.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Thank you, Uncle Jay.
I mean, really, way to break it up. People, we got a Facebook page. You can check it out. Wicked Theory. Look for it. Also, if you want to send us emails, you can. podcast@wickedtheory.com. Got a DCTV report coming up this week, as we do every week. It's going to be good, Ed.
Yes, it will be good.
Okay.
It's Sarah's birthday next week, so there's some discussion of her favorite birthday cake.
Oh, okay.
You know, and
this is the high point.
Well, I mean, it's
Or
it's
did you weren't ready?
it's a running theme. I mean,
a running
it's one of the things we discussed.
It's
Cake?
Sarah's birthday.
So, next week.
Good to know.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you just got to figure out which day.
Yeah, and there were 7 episodes that we had to cover. You know,
Seven.
Seven. Yeah, so it was all Krypton Legends, Lucifer, all over the
7.
place. Yeah,
all
7.
over the place.
There were 2 versions of the League of Assassins. I mean, the League of Shadows. They were on Gotham
That's what
and
they should have
Arrow,
done.
same night, back to back.
That's what they should have done. It was just called one League of Assassins
They
and
did.
one,
They
and one
did.
League of Shadows. Is that what they did?
They did.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So Barbara Keene find out on Gotham. She found out that she was the demon's head of the League of Shadows.
Spoiler.
And then an hour later, spoiler, Thea Queen found out that she was the demon's head of the League of Assassins.
And the audiences found out she didn't want to be on the show, nor did the show really want her anyway. Moving right along.
One of those statements is not true.
Yeah, I thought they were both made up, so but that's fine. Technically, this is not the DCTV report, so
No.
we are not beholden to
Yeah,
any.
come on, Ed. What
to
the
any.
fuck?
This is not. Well,
Every fucking week.
Jay, I wasn't done with my thought. As soon as it sounded like I was shitting on you, he was like, "Yeah, right." And meanwhile, I'm going, "No. We just don't make any official claims."
Yeah.
DCTV report makes nothing but official claims. They are just on the up and up over there. All right, so let's talk about the kids in the chat room. Can we?
All right. Yeah, we got Wesley Ryan Gaskins.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, we got Benny Livewire,
That kid's cool.
Agent Palmer,
Yeah, we know.
and Zombie John.
Zombie John. He's back from the dead, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's the zombie
Well,
part.
yeah. Well, he's undead.
He's undead. Technically undead.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, isn't that no longer dead? It's undead.
I thought vampires were undead. But either way,
They're both undead.
uh,
I think it kind of means that they're not living, but they're still walking around.
I think I pissed off Jay. I think Jay's mad at me.
Yeah, I am a little bit.
You are, right? I snapped at you?
Well, yeah,
I'm sorry, buddy.
it's all right. I got my drink, so I'm okay.
Well,
I'll forget about it in a minute.
I don't even know. I can't. All I know is I did kind of bark at him, and I don't remember exactly what I did.
I believe Jason.
And it's bothering because now I'm trying to
remember.
remember. Because now I'm trying to remember, but I also am trying to go forward with
he
the
said
show.
fuck you, and you said,
Yeah.
well, fuck you too, Jay.
No, it was before that. I think. Oh, don't fucking whistle at me. You didn't? Did you just whistle at me?
No, I was just
Yes, he
whistling.
did.
Oh, you were just whistling.
I was just whistling.
Just in a general whistle, like, oh, eyes up.
Who's
to
in the chat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we did that.
We did that. And there was something else you wanted to plug.
Yeah, but that's not right now. I know it's in the doc right now, but
Yeah.
I think we should mention it later.
All right, fine.
We'll mention it during the meanwhile.
Cool.
Escape for, no, wait. Chat room game.
Yes.
Ooh, what do we got?
All right, the hashtag for this week, action movie meals. Examples include Escape from New Pork
Yeah.
and Lethal Chicken.
That's it. Yeah, that's better. This show's terrible.
I guess
This show's
Jay's no
terrible.
longer mad.
This show's terrible today. These hard pauses.
I'm trying. Every time I open my mouth, I'm interrupting somebody. So that's why I'm trying to
Oh, sorry. What do you got? What do you got?
nothing. Good, go ahead.
Do you need to be in my peripheral view more, maybe a little bit? I'm not catching it.
No, I'm
I think that's
fine.
it. I think I'm not catching it. I'm not catching it.
Okay.
Someone take Jay's keys.
Why?
He's going to be drunk in a little while.
But then he's gonna stay.
No,
I'm
we
fine.
could throw him out in the parking lot, and then he's got to walk around. By the time he finds him, he'll be sober.
That's true. So,
lot.
all right. So we gave him their little who's he wants it. Let's get into some news. How about that shit? All right. We'll do some news.
Oh, now you want me to play? I can turn it up, right? I should have been a ball buster and played it real low.
No. Should have done neither. Just played it. News.
All right, some comic book news.
Comic book news.
Yeah.
Turn this down.
Fair enough.
So, the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
The
I remember them.
they're finally getting a number one.
Oh, let's you know what? Let's give them a comic book.
Yeah, it's been a few years. When the last movie was coming out, Marvel pulled the series just because they didn't like the Fox had the movie rights and they were being
All
little
this
bitches.
kind of infighting. Yeah.
And,
So-
and to play nice now, they're going to use the characters that were in the last movie.
Oh,
Good.
So it's been like 3 years. So they've announced that in August, Fantastic Four =1, written by Dan Slott with art by Sarah Pichelli, is going to be going with the original team. So
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Actually, I want to read it. Sarah Pichelli's a great artist. She was with Bendis on the Miles Morales Spider-Man for years, right?
Oh,
Is that who
okay.
that was?
Yeah, it
I believe that's who that was, right?
you would know better than I would.
I believe so. But yeah, really phenomenal artist. It should be really good. It should feel like a real classic thing. I would expect Dan Slott to do amazing things with it, or at the very least, for everyone to feel like it's amazing things, because that's how it goes these days in comics.
Is he still writing Spider-Man?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
I know he was doing Silver Surfer as well, and a couple other things bouncing around. But yeah, this must have been in the cookings for a while now. For them to finally kind of bring the old FF back. People should be happy and excited because it might mean that, or at the very least, the comic book company's like, you know what, screw it, that's all behind us now. We got a new guy running the show over here. CB's running it now.
We're gonna own Fox in 6 months anyway.
So let's just let bygones be bygones. Let's get this cash going.
Yep. All right.
All right, so next one here is about that New Mutants movie that got pushed back again and again and again
Yeah.
and again.
Oh, let me guess. It got pushed back again.
That's right. Bob's getting good at this.
Yeah. So it's been pushed back like more than a year.
Yeah.
And there's some scuttlebutt here. I'm on Dark Horizons now, and some interesting stuff that originally it was meant to be. It was PG-13, and it was going to be kind of like a Stephen King meets John Hughes type vibe.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, because of your use of scuttlebutt, they're going to make it a pirate movie.
No. So
Don't laugh, Ed. You encourage him.
yeah, so this is for Tracking Board actually had the full story. They're saying that after the success of It,
Yeah.
executives decided that it's better to go for hard R.
Hard R,
so-
more horror,
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
R's and R's in this.
yeah, and it does.
No, it's great.
Yeah, it does also say that one of the casualties of this is that the end credits sting was meant to continue the one at the end of X-Men Apocalypse, where you saw like a briefcase that said Essex Corporation,
Oh.
and that this one was going to have John Hamm as Mr. Sinister.
Ooh.
Okay.
And that's not going to happen now. And the villain in this movie is going to be played by Antonio Banderas.
So, all right.
So,
well, I mean, yeah, it's a
Craven the Hunter
pushback.
then?
What?
Craven the Hunter. Then I'm trying to think.
No. Why do we let you in the room?
Well, it takes
Well, I'm
place.
trying to think of a character he could like
Yeah.
really fit
Oh,
yeah.
in the universe.
Oh, okay.
Well, it takes place in an asylum.
yeah, and it's
so-
X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
so all right, so it pushes the movie back, but maybe
Yeah.
we'll get something even better out of it in the back end.
We'll know in August of 2019.
Oh, geez, mark your calendars, kids.
It does sound like studios are finally getting the message that
That's a long way
you're
off.
better off going
Yeah.
all out than hedging anything.
No, that's a fair shake.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I think people have been wanting since the dawn of movies.
pretty much, pretty much since fandom kind of became a thing.
Yeah. So what else we got?
Jay, you want to take this one?
You go for it, pal.
All right. So Zach Penn, one of the writers on Ready Player One, has been hired by Paramount Pictures and Hasbro to write a ROM movie.
Okay.
ROM Space Knight. It was a big
read it.
cartoon back in the 80s.
I enjoyed it.
A little before my time. I don't remember. I've
So
never
is
seen
everything
this.
you watch.
Wasn't that
Every
based off?
fucking thing.
Wasn't that based off the Peripheral? Like
No. That came
There was-
after. That came after.
Rom.
CD-ROM?
No. There was
Is that what you meant?
no. I didn't.
Oh.
There was Rom the robot or
Right.
something like that, which was a peripheral that you connected to your Nintendo.
Oh, well,
Which
yeah,
they
well,
turned into
okay.
a comic book.
Well, I think
somehow.
I don't think it's directly connected. I think it's just they took the word ROM, the phrase ROM. Maybe that's when it became like in the vernacular, but I don't think it's tied to the actual other product. You know what I mean? It's just it was one of these things that was definitely conceived as a toy first, though. I'm pretty sure. Like the Micronauts kind of was like a joint.
It was a Mego toy,
Yeah,
but Marvel acquired the rights.
like pretty quick.
So
I may be wrong on that. I'm not sure, but I know that it was a popular comic in the mid '80s during the whole robot craze,
Yeah.
and it lasted a while.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Absolutely.
This is interesting news, especially if they bring it into the Marvel universe.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
actually-
it definitely won't. Definitely won't tie
yeah.
it to
No,
Marvel.
they're saying because it's Paramount. And they have the Hasbro toys. So this is going to be in a shared universe with G.I. Joe, Micronauts, Visionaries, Knights of the Magical
Yeah,
Light,
it was a toy first.
and
Yeah.
Mask.
It
Yeah.
was a toy first.
So yeah, this is part of that whole crazy shared universe thing we mentioned a while back was going to start taking shape. But hey, as long as Gem's not in there, because if anybody saw that movie,
oh,
nah, no one saw that
No,
movie.
no,
No,
no.
nobody-
You weren't excited to see Avril Lavigne?
She was in it?
She was Gem, I think.
No, she was not Gem. It was some girl that we never knew, we never heard of. Ed's like, I'm checking
haven't
it.
heard since.
Ed's like, I'm checking it right now. He's like, I'm so sure that Avril Lavigne was Gem. Avril Lavigne would never have been Gem. She's too skater girl for that. And you're just a skater boy.
Aubrey Peoples.
See? Okay. And where is she now?
isn't she like?
Isn't that truly outrageous?
Ain't that like the grandchild of Nia Peoples?
Well,
Probably.
she's in a short film called Anne Frank Meets God. And she's playing Anne Frank.
Well, that got dark pretty quick.
Yeah.
We know how that one ends.
Yeah. She's also in a TV movie called Search and Destroy.
And we needed to know that. Why?
Is that the sequel to
I
the
was
Anne
just thinking the
Frank?
same.
Is that the sequel to the Anne Frank
Because
movie?
he's got to read everything on the page. That's why.
That's I mean, those
we're
those
just
the,
teasing you.
yeah. I mean, those have not been released yet. But that you want to know what she's doing now.
Fair enough.
That's-
Thorough with a capital O. All right. So you like that one? So
I can use a Mask movie.
I could use a Mask movie. I could check that out. Look, I feel like G.I. Joe still needs a real kind of respectable.
Didn't they do that already, Rocky Dennis?
No. This is a different thing.
Different mask.
This is Mobile Army.
But that was when they did it with
With Jim Carrey.
Cher. With Jim Carrey. Right.
Yeah, it was Jim Carrey. Yeah, that's
Jim
where I was
Carrey
going.
as a disfigured young man, right?
Yeah.
Was that it?
No, because there was Mask and then The Mask.
I know. I
and then
did
he
what
had-
I
actually-
did.
Actually, yeah, I'm sorry.
And then he had Son of the Mask with Jamie Kennedy.
We did not have to mention that.
Yeah.
We were fine. The bit was going great.
Actually, to be honest with you,
The bit was not going great. You're right.
There was a horror film in the '60s called The Mask. It was one of the first 3D movies.
That's right. That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like where the idea of.
And Jay's got it on Laserdisc.
I do have it on.
I
my-
see.
You're
We
absolutely right.
knew. We knew.
See?
So
Where's the bell? I need a bell for that one.
Oh, I got it. The low bell. But let's bring that back into play. Actually,
There you go.
that was you. I was like, where did that sound effect come? Little zoinks.
This guitar is a tremolo.
That was like very soundboard sounding. All right.
I can also go up on this one.
Oh, take it easy, Tiger.
Mask stood for something.
Mobile
Something
Army,
different.
Mobile Army Strike Command with a command with a K, which should be a tip-off. Communism, but I could be wrong.
Da.
Duh. But yeah, all those franchises
think
could use. What are you thinking?
Was it command? It was command with a K,
Yeah, it was
right?
command with a
yeah,
K.
Yeah.
It was the best they could do.
Next up.
Okay.
All right. So the entire Monty Python catalog is going to be coming to Netflix.
Get out your dead parrots, kids.
Sit on my face and tell me that you love me. Or sit on my face and tell you I love you too.
Yeah.
There you go. He's not wrong.
Yeah, unfortunately, it might be a little while, but they're saying that it's going to be in Netflix in Canada and the UK on April 15th.
Well, that's okay. You know why yet? Because I can just pop on the DVDs anytime I want.
There you
Watch
go.
'em.
This is true.
Fair enough.
This
Fair
is
enough.
true. Now, it's the whole catalog, not just Monty Python's Flying Circus, but all the movies and all the
Oh
specials
yeah, everything at once.
they did over the years. And it's going to be on Netflix in the U.S. later this year.
There you go.
And there's even rumblings of some kind of
New stuff.
new original content
Sure.
featuring, the surviving members of Monty Python. But
You're saying some of them died?
Yeah, well, they kind of got old.
yeah,
that's true.
Graham Chapman died
yeah.
early on too.
You ever see that documentary?
Which one? Ed?
The animated documentary about Graham
No.
Chapman? That's a trip. That's a trip. That's a weird thing to be watching when your mom wanders into the room.
You just tell her it's English. You just tell her it's English if she's got a problem with it.
That is man, that is
They put locks on the door for a reason, Ed.
I was
Some
in the,
houses you're not allowed to have a lock on the door.
I was in the living room. I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know what I was
Well, that's
thinking.
on you, Chief. That's your fault.
He's right. I would have
Yeah,
locked her out. I would have locked her out of the house.
Or he could have watched it in his room and locked the door.
Right, fair enough.
I just would have thought he was jerking off.
Well,
She
they
probably
think we're
thinks.
jerking off anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, they all think that anyway.
That's true.
Anyway,
Doesn't matter.
so yeah, that's
I mean, most of the time we are, but that doesn't matter.
I noticed Ed went right by that one into the next thing.
I can't blame him for that.
I'm guessing he got caught.
so what's
You
your
got caught jerking off?
what?
It happens to everybody.
I suppose.
I suppose.
Throw the covers over.
I suppose. I suppose.
So
All right.
did you Monty Python? Do you prefer the movies or the sketches?
Oh, I thought we were moving on. But I thought you were going to be like, so Toys R Us, how about that, huh? I really thought that's what you were going to do. I was going to be like, yeah, real bummer. But no, Monty Python's great. You know what? I haven't really ever consumed enough of it, to be honest with you. But I mean, I know like what I've seen, I've always liked.
Yeah.
And there's a shit ton of it. Like, I think, at least that's the impression I'm under. It's like 5 or 6 movies, I think. And like a couple years of the show at least, right? So I'm looking forward to it in a way. That's that's why I wanted to slip it in there. Make sure people were aware that it's coming. I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. The first day that they put it on, they're going to start with Monty Python's Flying Circus.
And Ready Player One, which we're going to discuss a little later in the episode,
Sure.
does feature a reference to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I won't say what, but
Well, if you're going to make those references about
Yeah.
Ready Player One, then we ain't going to have much of a show.
Okay.
Because we're going to be putting the brakes on and
We're
being
gonna keep
like,
it brief.
did you mention Alf? As a matter of fact, Alf is in Ready Player One. Did you mention Fonzie? Fonzie, as a matter of fact, in Ready Player One.
I'm going to keep it very brief because I want people to actually just go see it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But let's wrap up the news with this Toys R Us news that they are like Dunskies for real. So like they even shut down the website, I think, now today or recently.
That's the news.
That's the big headline. It's like the last hurrah. Like if you thought they were just going to stay online as like an online service,
That's sad shit, man.
You
It
know?
really is.
it's crazy. And it's like we were talking about it before the show, and it's like it's just like there's no other chain, right? There's no other chain.
Someone's going to buy it. Like,
They're all gone.
It's going to. I know they're gone, but now that it's a name, someone's going to come and buy the name.
Oh, the
and
brand,
The
yeah.
brand, and they'll restart it.
Yeah, I mean you could hope so. You could hope so.
Yeah, the whole thing-
restructure it
see,
and everything.
The Toys R Us was dying for a long time.
Yeah,
They even opened Babies R Us, thinking that was going to save them.
yeah. For a while it
For a
did.
while it did, but when you're overcharging the way they were overcharging,
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of that.
everybody knew that was your last place you go to get
Yeah.
a toy, and you looked everywhere else first.
Yeah, the only reason you go there is for exclusives or because you're on a chase.
Actually, FAO Schwartz was more expensive than they were.
Yeah, but they're an exclusive store.
Yeah, but
And they're presumed
This
already
is
like
this is a chain. And
Well-
when you can't go to a chain and know that you're going to be able to get a deal, or at least not get ripped off,
Well, like
then you're not going to go to the
but,
chain.
but FAO was a chain too.
yeah, but FAO, you know that you're paying more.
yeah,
going
but
in.
that was more of like a boutique toy outlet. This was
Yeah.
a big box retailer.
Yeah, and FAO
Kate
Schwartz
Big.
was FAO Schwartz one store for the longest time.
Until they
You know what I mean?
chained it.
Toys R Us was started as a chain. It
Toys
was
R
a
Us is
chain.
the
It
J.C.
was a
Penney's of
mass-
toy stores. Like,
It
you
was
know
for
what I
the
mean?
public, the mass populace, where if FAO Schwartz was elitist like Tiffany's.
At least it was presumed that way anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I saved up those Jeffrey bucks for years.
And what are they gonna do for you now? Nothing.
Nothing.
Put them in a pillowcase
wallpaper.
and just sleep on them.
I knew I should have gone with Bitcoin.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't have done that either, though. Don't worry.
They're about to make that illegal anyway now.
Probably. So with that's it really for the news. And I think from here we're gonna tell these kids that that chat room game. It's Kaputski's. It's done. It's ready. It's freshly minted. The kids have responded. They've given us their replies. The setup on this one.
The buzzer has sounded.
That's true. It was Action Movie Meals. So we'll go back and forth, Ed. How about that?
Die Hard boiled egg.
Beer Battered Bad Boys.
The Amazing Spider-Man web candy floss.
The Incredible Hulk Beefcake.
Harry Potter and the Chicken of Azkaban.
That's good. That's good. The Nick Fury Gumbo.
Last Action Meatball Hero.
I'll give him that one. Harry Potter and the Order of Pizza.
Commando.
That's a good one.
Commando Club Sandwich.
Fast and the Furious Sushi.
The Terminator Vegan Salad.
And the Pirates of the Caribbean Chicken Tartare.
Ooh. Bum, 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 bum.
Raw chicken. Who doesn't like raw chicken?
Oh. Baby. Get that pink on all over me.
Oh, that's disgusting. Ed.
Yeah, really.
Ed, you shouldn't talk like that.
I'm gonna tell your mother.
Yeah.
We're all going
Well,
to
she
tell
won't
them.
believe you. You're the Star Wars guy.
Well, I'm the
That's true.
I'm the
That's
villain
true.
in that house.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the Star Wars guy.
Oh, you're the Star Wars
And they were
guy.
trying to egg it on too. I hope you know that. They were talking about it and talking about it. I didn't say a
You
word.
should be like, yeah, I made the fucking
they-
movie.
I'm like, look,
Yeah,
your
they
son is
want-
fucking wrong. That's it.
It was nothing of the sort.
They brought it up a few times, and they kept going. I did not say a word. All right, and if you say that they didn't, you're a bold-faced liar.
I don't remember it.
All right, well, we remember it. All right, go ahead. Ready Player One. It was awesome. I'm not saying much.
That's the review.
I got emotional. It was everything you want in pop culture.
Right.
It's a pop culture splooge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for people my age,
Yeah.
our age,
Sure.
it might be an emotional ride for you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because it's just so much of that.
It's just a lot of it.
It's
you know what I mean?
flashback
And
city.
and it's so much fun, and it definitely gives you a little insight to what games could be 20 years from now,
Right. Sure.
mixed with all our pop culture nostalgia from many, many, many years. I'm sure Ed didn't get half of them because there was so many.
Yeah. Well, also too, they're going by crazy fast.
When
It looks
we're
like.
kids, I'm talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As I mentioned, I don't want to save them.
Right,
I want people
right,
to actually go see this.
Yeah, and I'm gonna even say I bet you didn't recognize half of them because a lot of them are probably from like the last 10 years or so, and they're from video games. That, you know, because I know like half the stuff I didn't get because I don't play video games.
Right. But I got them all.
Okay, sure.
I got them all.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, to me, this is classic Spielberg. This is almost like a greatest hits album.
Okay.
This is almost like a greatest hits
I
album.
wasn't done, but all right.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
but
thought you
keep
said
going.
you
No,
wanted to do it short. It sounded like you were done.
No, I wasn't done, but I'm
keep
all right.
going, man.
No, I'm good. You got it. That's good. Thumbs up. Cash.
Yeah, I'm gonna stash this. And to me, this is Spielberg at his best. Great fun going through, and the ending is a little schmaltzy, and
It is in the book too, where it's a little speechy.
yeah, kind of, and
Yeah.
you know, you kind of get that sense, but this movie's not about where you end up. This movie's all about the journey, and
Okay.
those games and those moments, you're on the edge of your seat, and it was an incredible ride. And I've seen a lot of reviews come out for this, talking about how this doesn't add anything original, and that's not the point. The whole point is appreciating everything that's out there.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, like so for me, like I didn't get a chance to see it. I will, you know what I mean. But I've read the book, so I'm really looking forward to it still. So it was great to hear some viewpoints on it. All right. I got nothing for the meanwhile this week myself.
Jay, is there something more you want to say? I didn't mean to cut
Nope.
you off.
No, I'm good. I'm fine. I'll get you.
Jake, and I did kind of like think you were done too.
There was a thing like
there
there was
was a
something you said or a motion you made where it looked
definitive
like you were
moment
throwing
where-
it. It really looked and sounded like you were throwing it over to him.
I really was.
Just so you know, just so you know.
That's why I want to give the opportunity now.
No, I'm
trying to be-
fine. It's fine. I just want people to go see it. Don't wait for it. Go to the movies to see it.
Yeah, and this is like I want to go see this on IMAX now. Like I want to see this on a big screen.
And you saw it on
I saw it on the X Plus, which is that what the Amboy multiplex used to be. That
Okay.
whatever that
second kind of next stage up screen.
I forgot what they were called. What the
Super duper deluxe.
I forget what they're called, but they have their own Dolby Atmos theater. So I saw it was huge.
Right.
So it just increased the entire experience. Even
Right,
more.
right.
But it was an event. So and I know that I'll never forget it.
Wow.
Wow.
And I skipped it.
You had your chance, man. You had your
On Wednesday, like out of the
you had your
like,
chance.
like
You got
out of
another
the
month.
blue. Well, it wasn't out of the blue, but like I had so much shit I had to
You know how I operate.
Yeah, I know. Like, what are you doing now? Like, taking a shit. All right, well, we're going to the movies. No, we're not. That's kind of how that goes. All right. So you've been checking out some new podcasts, Ed?
Yeah.
I see this thing here. It says new podcasts.
Yeah. My work schedule has shifted around a little bit so that I have the opportunity to put stuff in my ears more
Oh,
often.
that's good. That's good. Shirking responsibilities.
So yeah.
Right.
No. As I do my work.
Yeah, right. I'm sure you're doing it to full capacity, too. You're not distracted at all. Whatever. You and Agent Palmer. I know how you guys operate. Good thing you don't work for me. Let's just say that. Anyway.
Well, when you don't have to deal with people, it's a lot easier.
Fair enough.
So I've been trying to fill in the time by trying out new shows, and a couple ones in particular have caught my fancy. One is called The Omnibus,
Okay.
which is it's Ken Jennings, the Jeopardy champion,
Ooh, I hate it already. Go ahead.
and a musician whose name I can't remember. But the basic premise is that they're cataloging random really unique things in pop culture for people to look back on thousands of years from now after
Okay.
humanity's been obliterated.
Okay,
So so I've listened to an episode on Milli Vanilli, another one on Tuvan throat dancers. Yeah. And it's just interesting to hear these two really big nerds
Oh yeah.
kind of go into detail on these obscure
Is it really?
on these obscure things. And that's just a fun setup. And the other one, which I'm really dying, is Small Town Murder.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys also do a thing called Crime in Sports, and it's really where they will take a murder in a small town and just basically shit on the town and how stupid the murderers were.
Okay.
And it's just really funny. They're long episodes, but they are well worth it.
They're really funny.
Yeah, they're really, really funny. The way they say up front is that we're going to be telling jokes, but we don't badmouth the victims because we're assholes, but we're not scumbags.
Fair. Oh, okay.
So
Fair enough.
know that going into it.
Small Town Murder.
Yes, Small Town Murder.
Okay.
And one other thing, since you guys aren't talking, HBO's so far they've aired the first one. I think by the time this is dropping, both episodes will be up. But Judd Apatow did a 2-part documentary called "The Zen Diaries of Garry Shandling."
Okay.
I'm talking about the comedian, his kind of rise to stardom, and he had a kind of really troubled childhood. And was a comic who was just always searching for the meaning in everything. And it's a really insightful look on I was always a fan of his from the Larry Sanders Show.
Sure.
And seeing clips of him on his early years on the Tonight Show. And,
I just saw him on
his first sitcom.
I was going through the comedians getting cars with coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a great episode of that.
Well, I wouldn't call it great.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of the great episodes of that show.
Well, it's
but
not
it's good.
particularly funny, but he.
But
he is
then
a
again,
very...
neither is Garry Shandling.
No. Oh no, you'd be surprised.
No. I would not be surprised. I know my Gary Shandling.
Yeah, you look at his stand-up,
Yeah.
especially in like the 80s when he was riding his hot streak. It's really interesting stuff. But yeah, check that out.
All right. All right. Zen Diaries of Garry Shandling. Okay. All right.
I think that's enough. For
You
me.
think that's enough for you?
Yeah.
All right.
Jay, did you have anything more to add?
No, I'm good. I'm good, Ed. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, the show's going real quick today. How could this be going this quick?
Well, how long? How far are we in? What time?
It's fucking 38 minutes in. And we're doing emails.
Is this a bad thing?
No. I mean, we have other stuff to get to, so this will
Yeah.
work out. But, like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
Are you thinking that maybe Jay's silence is?
I'm
speeding
wondering
things
if
up?
that, yeah. You caught that? I really put it together just now. I looked at him. I'm like, we've obviously annoyed him.
I'm not annoyed. I'm just, it's.
Well, he's in his zone now or something. I don't know. Oh, man. My friend's mad.
What?
My friend's mad.
I'm not mad.
Or in a
dude.
weird
I'm
spot.
just-
Or you're in a weird spot right now. You're in a weird headspace. All right. Emails. How about that?
Okay. Getting back to that.
Who do we hear from?
People.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I just have like a shit ton of Mixler notifications in here.
Oh,
So,
you're trying to weed your way through those.
Yeah. And I was going too fast. I was losing track. So our first one here is from Benny Livewire.
Ooh, hey, Benny.
Benny Livewire. So he says, hi, Wicked Theory. I saw Ready Player One this week and enjoyed the film greatly. The amount of Easter eggs in this film is ridiculous. I will need to watch this at least 3 times to see what I missed. For example, I didn't see Ghostbusters pop up in the film, sadly. I must say the 80s was the greatest decade of pop culture, hands down. A quick review to add also. Spielberg did a great job bringing this beloved book to the screen. The world imagined is a spectacle to watch. The storyline had good pacing, and I wanted more. The 2.5-hour film was actually too short for the enjoyment I felt. It's a 4.5 out of 5 rating for me. I hope to hear a review or an in-depth discussion by you guys Keep up the great work.
There we go.
There we go. I don't know if you got that from us, but thanks for coming by.
I think I might also put this at 4.5 out of 4.
4.5 out of 5.
Don't start.
Oh,
Hey, so what's 100% of 5 American tacos? 4. Hey, so what's 100% of 5 American tacos?
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for the email, buddy. But, yeah, I really wish I had seen it. Maybe we would have gotten a little deeper. If me and Bob had went and seen it, maybe we would have done a special episode. But things got a little wonky this week.
You want to go tonight after the show?
No.
no, I got to work in the morning.
Bob's got to work in the morning, and I got to sleep in the morning. So
And it's Easter tomorrow.
And I'm
Yeah,
broke,
it's
and
Easter
I'm broke
tomorrow.
till payday.
yeah, and I got all kinds of religious responsibilities and obligations.
Are you working on Easter? That sucks.
It's time and a half.
That's cool. That's slow.
Plus, I get 8 hours towards a day off
Oh,
There you
nice.
go.
because I worked on a holiday. They call that holiday time.
Nice. So there you go. So
is
that's
good.
pretty good.
That's
Pretty
really good.
That works out. That works out. You just gotta tell the wife and kids you're not gonna be around.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But I don't have a wife and kids, so there's no
Oh,
problem.
that's perfect then. Oh, it's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. So next one's from.
But if I try to tell somebody else's wife and kids, that becomes a problem.
yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Jay, will you dance with me?
Anytime, Chief.
Frankie.
Your face
That was
is
loud.
beautiful.
That was loud.
That was loud.
Even for me, that was loud.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
There's spittle on the microphone.
Well, it's yours now. Well, the foam is. You can have that foam cover. First one's from this one. First one. This one's from Wesley. Hey, you gentlemen. Having just finished watching Ready Player One.
Hey,
Everybody but us this time.
Yeah.
Bill, you had your chance.
I
Just
did.
want this-
I did. It was on Wednesday. Thank you.
Yeah.
Having just finished watching Ready Player One, I ask, is there a movie that has ever provoked you to go read the book for the first time? And alternately, is there a movie that you would say you never watched the movie, but you've just read the book? So has there ever been a movie that like, oh, I want to go read the book now?
Oh yeah. All the time. I would say the most significant one for me would have been Silence of the Lambs when I was in 7th grade.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, for me, The Shining, I guess, but not like as soon as I saw it. I mean, eventually, you know. How about you, Jay? Can you think of anything?
I remember running out and reading Misery after I saw the film. Actually, how similar it was.
Yeah, that's a
they
pretty
only,
faithful.
Yeah, they only changed one or two things.
Yeah, just a couple, and it may be a couple of
Yeah.
deep
axe,
into the
axe
psyche
became
of
a
Paul
sledgehammer,
Sheldon a little bit.
right? And that was the big one. The axe became a sledgehammer, but that was
And she doesn't cut his thumb off. In the book, she cuts his
Right,
thumb
yeah.
off too.
Right.
She does that first, I think. She does the thumb, and then he tries to leave again. She's like, "Oh, all right, fuck you, I'll take your foot."
right. Yeah, you'll never be able to leave now.
Yeah, now you're staying. And she chops the foot off with an axe. And they kind of felt it was a little cliche, and for the movie. And I kind of agree. Like the blunt thing with the sledgehammer is a million times.
Yeah. It's 'cause
More
it's-
memorable.
It's lingering.
Yeah, and it's not the thing like you expect. You know, when
Yeah.
you see that foot go derf
Yeah.
to the side like that, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
I
she
feel
hobbled
that.
him. Yeah, because she like smashed
Yeah.
the whole support for that whole foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it.
Well, so I think the fact that in the book she actually cuts his feet off and cauterizes them would have made her character like unforgivable at that point. Like,
Well,
he's
I mean, not
still-
even unforgivable, but it would have put her to a whole other psycho level
Yeah.
that they were still building towards when that happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. The book takes a while to build to that point.
well, in the movie, right, in the movie, it would have felt like
It would have felt like a third,
too soon or
yeah,
something.
not too long after introducing the situation.
Yeah. You know, cauterizing the wound with a small blowtorch in the house. That's always fun. What's that smell? That's you. And then the flip over on that was a movie that made you.
Read the book but never seen the movie.
Oh, the movie that you would say never watch the movie, just read the book.
Oh, that I would say that?
Yeah, so this is the second question.
Oh,
that you
the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
never see the movie.
Don't.
Just read the book.
Just read the book.
Yeah, I would say until the latest rendition of it, pretty much any one of Stephen King's books.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Well-
you generally don't get good interpretations of his stuff.
Certainly not the TV stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the movie
Some of
theater
the
stuff.
movies, yeah.
The movie theater stuff, like Cujo is pretty faithful. Christine's pretty good, even if it's got some changes. But you're right. There was a run there where, like, especially the TV shit was like,
Yeah. I mean, The Shining, they could do the top of Garry
yeah.
from the book. you
I
know,
mean, it makes its changes from the book, but at the least, it's still kind of like a good movie on it. It's a great movie on its own. So there's that. But don't go into
Yeah.
The Shining thinking they're exactly the same.
Oh, definitely not.
You know. But you know, like I said, I say it all the time. I want Eyes of the Dragon as a book, but as a movie, we'll see. But that's one I'll always recommend to people. But they're remaking Tommyknockers actually. Well, there's talk anyway.
All right. Well, hopefully they get that right.
Yeah. Well, you know, Tracy Lords probably isn't going to be available for this one, but she might be.
She's probably in a trailer park smoking Marlboros.
Tracy Lords and Jimmy Smits. A tour de force on ABC TV.
And Mark Hellenberger.
You know, he's just,
There you go.
Jimmy Smith is someone who's thankful for Star Wars.
Well, he stayed acting. I think Tracy Lords did that and like that one TV show.
And then she did the director.
Well, yeah. Well, who knows? No, that time she was taking herself. She was taking it all seriously. Medium? No, it was a Profiler. I think she was on Profiler for a while. NBC show.
And then she played herself in Kevin Smith's thing.
Oh yeah, there's that too. There's that too.
Crybaby.
And
which I-
Crybaby,
yeah,
right?
That's
She's in that.
her,
That was
like,
her coming out one.
when
Yeah.
she moved on to
Yeah,
major movies.
she made that break. Yeah,
You can forget her. The opening in Blade.
she's in that.
And she's the girl and she's the vampire in Blade.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
opening scene
All right.
in the club.
Tracy Lords was on the Profiler.
Thank you. She came in late though. She
Yeah.
came in like season 3 or something.
Yeah, she was in the last season.
There you go.
She replaced the lead.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, I says.
I always prefer the Pretender.
You would. No, I watched both of them. They were back to back.
Yeah,
They were both pretty cheesy.
Pretender I really liked, and then it got like way too stupid at the
It
end.
was like it tried to start answering things at way too late.
They did a couple of TV movies on TNT.
Oh yeah.
And those were just stupid.
Well, look, that had a lead actor that was kind of like marginal at best. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's it.
Well, Michael T.
That's it.
Weiss.
Yeah. And did I forget to mention Palmer's fucking thing? I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
That's why I tried to get you to mention it at the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I thought we would get into it during the actual Ready Player One, but Agent Palmer's got a spoiler-free review over at agentpalmer.com. People should check it out. And check out agentpalmer.com anyway, because
But
he
not
said
right this,
so.
Yeah, but right not now. Wait till after the show's
Well,
over.
they can do it right now. As long as we're on another tab, they can listen.
Oh, that's-
you know,
yeah, yeah,
if you can multitask it,
Yeah,
multi-app,
That's true.
you know. But if it's going to shut us down, then wait.
Yeah, but then wait.
Then
Definitely,
wait.
definitely
Then
wait
wait.
then.
Then wait.
Tangentially.
Tangentially speaking, this movie's not. I mean, this this review is not tangential, but I just say that tangentially, but not very gently. You know what I mean?
Do not joke. Yeah.
So we got one last second email from the guy who's telling me just wrap it up. By the way,
Oh, okay.
this one's from Agent Palmer. Question for Uncle Jay. I too saw Ready Player One, but I also saw Blow Up. Jay, is there any movie that better represents the '60s than that?
Like that and Easy Rider, maybe.
Which one's Blow Up?
It's the movie with it's Antonioni's film. It's kind of like Blowout, except it's with a photograph, basically.
Okay.
It's David Hemmings, a photographer. He may or may not have a murder on a photograph, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Palmer likes those real kind of like mystery spy, not
It's
spy, but like case kind of thing.
No, he's right. It's a very awesome depiction of the '60s. But I think Easy Rider is a staple of the '60s too.
Yeah, that's got that classic kind of Easy Rider's got that thing going on where it's like it's very much like here's everything about the era.
Right.
kind of encapsulated.
Pretty much.
And this is more of like here's a slice of the era.
And even a few of Roger Corman's movies too, like The Trip and Wild in the Streets. That kind of stuff kind of depicts the '60s, even though they're lower budget and kind of crazy. I think. But yeah, he's right. It is something I think of about when it comes to '60s films.
All right. Well, I think the last thing I want to mention is that if anybody's seen this movie on Netflix called Game Over, Man, or if you haven't seen it yet, but you've seen it, you know of it, I want you to take a moment out of your time later tonight, go to YouTube, find Netflix's actual account, and then you're gonna find a video there that's called Game Over Man 360 VR experience. And I want you to listen to that. Well, I want you to watch it, but I want you to listen closely and tell me if you hear anybody you might know. Because Uncle Jay got voiceover work.
Hey.
And now that you know it's him, like, you're definitely not going to miss him. But definitely check it out. Over on the Netflix official account, there's a video there. Jay got a little side gig action.
Yeah, it was cool.
And got himself up in an official thing.
You got to turn up the volume a little bit to hear it, though. That's the
Yeah.
Because it's really just background voices of. But I actually am both cops and terrorists.
Which kind of fucking, makes sense a little bit. Let me see if I can cue up just a...
Sounds like a natural fit.
You got to tell them what Game Over Man is, though.
So, well...
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. Cause
I mean, a little bit if they're going to hear this, because it gets a little weird. But,
it's Adam Devine and his little Workaholics crew.
Yeah, and they are...
They did a Die Hard with Dick Jokes movie.
Yeah, basically, they work in the hotel. Everything's going to shit. There's guns. And in this particular thing, they've decided to hold up in one of the rooms.
Yeah.
But the one dude's like, well, I'm going to just hit this salvia. I'm just going to smoke this salvia right now. Don't mind me. And like, if you know what salvia is, it's like smoking mushrooms, basically. It's more psychedelic than pot. Like, people just climb out windows. Look up salvia trips on YouTube. But
the video is them of what happens to them while they're taking the salvia.
But this is phone stuff happens, and if you listen closely.
You just played my death.
Okay, mine wore off. I'm completely.
All right, I passed it.
Not high anymore.
Fuck.
Oh, let's take another hit. Actually.
We're being held hostage in the conference room. Call the cops. You're gonna get us killed. Yeah. No, I think they heard me. Just
I think they got it.
Here it comes.
Meat lovers.
meat lovers. What the fuck is meat lovers? We're gonna find you guys. We'll go floor by floor if we have to. You can run, but you can't hide. Do you?
That's a big chunk of it right there. But there's a lot of other little moments of Jay. Yes, give him a round of applause, please. That's our boy. That's our man coming through strong. And we just want to have you guys check that out. There's a little bit more there of Jay. You can hear him. He's layered into the mix of the audio and stuff.
Yeah, there's apparently a couple other people there too, but I am like cops outside as well.
Cops outside, Jay.
Chopper down or something like that.
Damn you, Jay.
Because they wanted somebody that yells.
I don't know. I can't get this thing to go away.
That's you're doing the VR.
I know, because it's a 360 thing, but normally you're supposed to be able to drag that over to the side. Anyway, I'll just reload YouTube. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you're listening live, stay tuned. We're going to play a song for a break, and then we're going to come back with Pop Culture Super Fight Deathmatch 2, Action Heroes. And if you're not listening live, look for it in the feed of this podcast service you're listening to us on right now. If you want to listen to us elsewhere and know about how to support us on Patreon, listen closely. In a minute or two, you'll hear our friend Paula give you the breakdown on all that good stuff. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at Uncle Jay. Where can people follow you?
I'm at Man of Steel. No, not bad.
Flashback.
Uncle Jim's thing.
Imagine if you ever took a swing.
What? Was he gonna swing at me?
He put his fist up. He put his fist up. I feel like a snitch now, but he did put his fist up. Where can people find you, Ed?
At Edward O'Hare TBD.
And what about you, Brother Bob?
At Bob WTPC.
You can find me on Twitter at Wicked Theory. You can find the show at wickedtheory.com and wherever good podcasts are given away for free and live here every Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mixler, mixler.com/wicked-theory. Brother Bob, if you're feeling it, man.
Thank you for the plug.
Oh, hey, man. Thank you for coming every week. Take us on out of here.
That's it. I didn't know what.
The Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixler.com/wicked-theory. Mixler is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.